A confession of mine. The real reason why I left my home country. I just needed to get this out of my chest. It's been suffocating, lying to everyone, trying to erase my guilt, ignoring it, and not addressing what I did. I'm thinking of telling my girlfriend this story, but I'm scared of how she'd react. For starters, I'm from the Philippines. I moved to the States 7 years ago to live with my extended family. Despite what I did, I still can't believe that they accepted me with open arms when I first arrived. When people ask me why I moved, I'd tell them the same lie. For education, family, new experiences, a better beginning, etc. Back in my home, I was bullied heavily during the start of grade 8. Teachers did nothing, saying they were only joking and they only wanted me to toughen up. One classmate instigated all of it. Let's call him Roy. At first, it was just hurtful insults, peeping on me in the bathroom, grabbing and stroking my groin during class. Then it escalated to violent shoves, tripping me, punching me as hard as he could in the shoulder, back, and face. Then he'd snap pictures of me in the bathroom exposed, share them with his friends, and make fun of me. He and his friends would call me gay, even though I wasn't, mock me, put a coin over a lighter to make it hot, then press it on my skin. I endured it for a whole year. I never fought back, they were athletic and stronger, and I didn't want to get in trouble with the faculty. Then when it was 9th grade, I made one of the biggest mistakes in my life. We weren't having a class that day, most of my classmates were just frolicking around and whatever, I was only minding my own business reading a comic book. Then Roy appeared and slapped it out of my hand. I picked it up and continued reading, trying to ignore him. Then he punched the back of my head, which hurt a lot. At this point, I finally snapped. I rushed at him and tried to tackle him to the ground, then started repeatedly punching his face. He fought back, kicked me in the groin, and threw me against the desk, and started kicking and punching me as hard as he could. He busted my lip. I remember a lot of blood pouring down my face. My classmates immediately rushed to us. They pulled Roy back and helped me to my feet. At this point, I had no idea what I was thinking. I ran at him screaming while he was distracted, pushed him against the wall, and dug my fingers into his eyes as hard as I could. I remember him crying and screaming, the amount of blood that was gushing down my hands. I was put in the faculty room, and the teachers panicked, rushing him to the nearby hospital on a motorcycle. My parents heard what happened, and they freaked out. We received word not long after. Roy was now blind. My parents were scared that his family would retaliate and I'd be put in prison, so they acted immediately. First, they sent me to the province to hide with my grandpa's brother for a bit. I don't know how they did it, but next thing I knew, I was on a flight to the US, where I'd now be living with my mom's cousin's family. Mom and Pop contact me every now and then to see how I'm doing. They didn't want their son to have his future taken away, so they fought tooth and nail to help me escape, and that honestly makes me cry. It makes me sad and angry that I can't go home. I try to pin the blame on Roy. After all, it was his fault. But still, I cannot stop feeling horrible, like a monster. Here I am studying to become a veterinarian when I just took away the future of an aspiring basketball athlete.